Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Let's Play Skyrim. Today is a celebratory day for several reasons. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and I hate both teams, so I have no reason to watch the game because the best I could manage is to root for both of them to lose, which is an impossibility. However, it being Super Bowl Sunday, there's nothing going on out in the world. I'm off work today, and my wife does have to work today, so it's just me and the dog holding down the fort inside the house. And in other good news, I had my first annual review for my real attorney job on Friday, and I'm being retained. I'm transitioning out of being a first year into a ordinary junior associate at the firm with an accompanying raise. So that was great news. In order to celebrate, I have busted out my feasting tankard, a la Skyrim, made of pewter, loaded it up with ale, and that is today's beverage for this video. It's a good day. Very, very good day, all things considered. You'll recall that last time we cleared out the ritual stone of its necromantic inhabitant. We killed 2 trolls inside Grey Winter Watch, and when we attempted to offload, we were distracted, held up, harassed by an elder dragon, who we murdered. Not before he killed several of our friends, but that's okay. I realized I don't need to worry about losing Severio for the Ebony Blade because I randomly gained a Noriath as a viable target, who in fact will be a target because he has to be killed in a Dark Brotherhood contract. So I'll just make sure I use the Ebony Blade to do it. And we have already made up for that loss. I just harvest butterflies along the way here into the Whiterun Stormcloak camp, which has generic Stormcloak soldiers, so I'll only check to see if the... Ooh, Tundra Cotton. All I'll be doing vis-a-vis pickpocketing them is checking to see if they have divine amulets, which they do. I'll also steal gold and arrows from them. But you'll notice he had an amulet of Dibella, which is pretty cool. I need 3 of those for Hearthfire. With that one in hand, the number drops to 2. Delightful. Let's have a sip, shall we? Ah. I won't lie to you, it feels really cool to drink out of a vessel. Just like the endless ones I pick up in Skyrim. Except this one's a little fancier. The ones in Skyrim don't have any engravings on them, and they don't appear to be made of anything as fancy as pewter either. My mother, of all people, has decided that I need to be the owner of a collection of medieval drinking vessels. She's bought me this tankard. I have a drinking horn, I have a pewter goblet, and a couple of others as well, which I really enjoy. Anyway, we have now discovered Whiterun Stormcloak camp. It is not clearable. If you side with the Stormcloaks, it eventually disappears, but that won't be happening to me. You'll note that everything here needs to be stolen, so... Now their arrows I'm perfectly willing to steal because I don't anticipate them ever helping me out in a dragon battle. Those 2 horses are owned. You can steal them if you're so inclined, but I don't know why you would be. Pretty unique as far as the war camps go, in that there's no quartermaster here. Apart from the generic inhabitants, the only actual named unique NPC here is the commander, Hjornscar Head Smasher. Make sure I got no bounty, because I could have. I guess nobody said anything, so I don't quite know what I'm so paranoid about. Who sees me, though? Well, nobody seems to care, even though that stuff has ownership tags. That little chest is really the only exciting thing. Unless somebody else does have an amulet or something along those lines. We'll take his gold, we'll take his arrows. And for whatever reason, this stuff is all free to take.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Whiterun Stormcloak wants to see them.
Now we also have the miscellaneous objective to join the Stormcloak Rebellion. Obviously, those two, the Stormcloak Rebellion and the Imperial Legion, are mutually exclusive. I ultimately do the Legion, but I put off the Civil War until the very end, because it tends to screw with other quest lines due to the changes in government and whatnot that happen throughout the holds. This one does not want to give up her arrows. Here's Hjornskar's tent. In his end table, there's a tankard, lo and behold. Ooh, a glass mace. Definitely the best one-handed weapon I've found. Too bad I'm not into maces. Alright, here's Hjornskar himself. We can talk to him. I'll pick his pockets first. Well, he's unique, so... He's also essential, so if you want to train up your skills, granted he is hostile and will be hostile, but... Come on. I've got better than 1 in 3 odds of getting it. This is ridiculous. Pretending I would fail 5 times in a row. Alright, now let's talk to him.
They're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up.
Seems like he's doing generic guard dialogue for some reason. How do you feel about this war?
Skyrim is the birthplace of humanity. The birthplace of honor. And those snow-backed Imperials renounced both when they laid down before the Thalmor. Worse still, to pay for the privilege to keep his throne, the Emperor sells Skyrim and our very gods, Talos no less, to the damn elves. And what did Torygg do? He and the Owls that supported him? They took the Emperor's gold, sold out their people for a slave master's peace treaty. Ulfric did right killing him. Soon we'll rid Skyrim of elves, their bloody justicars, and the Jarls in their pockets. The whole damn lot of them. And we'll cleave through the Legion to get...
How does one join the Stormcloaks?
Ulfric's not running a social club. You don't join anything. Either you're a true son of Skyrim, or you're not. If you are, then you make your way to Windhelm and talk to the man himself. If you're not, well, friend, you'd best walk away before this gets ugly.
Why are you called Stormcloaks?
At first they called us that to belittle our cause. But we gladly accept being named for Ulfric Stormcloak, the only true High King of Skyrim. We are the true sons and daughters of Skyrim, and Ulfric. He is the truest of us all. We fight to make our land great once more, to raise up strong, noble thanes, and lay low false Jarls and the cowards who hide behind them. The sound of our fury is a storm about to break on the heads of our enemies. Our friendship, a cloak of true brotherhood for all who would wear it.
Be done in just a second. Alrighty. That's it for here. As you can see, there's not a whole lot going on. But there is an adept-locked chest tucked back here, which, while it's obviously random, can have some decent stuff in it. Ah, an empty Grand Soul Gem. Now, granted, it won't do me any good until I'm able to do soul traps, but that's still a useful thing to have. Absolutely. I'm going to take just a moment, because our next location, we're done here, so I just need to pull up our next location, which is our first giant camp, Guldun Rock. Now, I am going to kill the giants, which is going to be very difficult. Very difficult. Our only saving grace is that giants don't level. They're kind of like Death Claws in Fallout 3 in that they only get easier the more powerful you get, because their power level is static. But given that we're on Legendary and we don't have our good gear yet, they're going to dominate us pretty thoroughly. I imagine most of their attacks will one-shot us. Only the only one that might not is their weakest one. The animation is an upward club swing is their weakest attack. We might be able to soak up one of those, which would be nice because it would give us a boatload of heavy armor increase in a hurry, but they'll take up a lot of punishment. I kind of almost anticipate that we might be able to fully level up two-handed, because Guldun Rock will be occupied by 2 giants. But we'll just see what happens. I do definitely anticipate the fight taking up most of our allotted hour, if not all of it. That's okay too. Detected? By what? By who? A wolf! Come here, douchebag. You want a piece of me? Come on, shit stain. Yeah, how do you like them apples? Oh, snap. Boom. Oh, I love it. Alright, I'm gonna quit with the Mage Light now. It's tempting to spam it at all times, but... oh, shoot. I have other problems. Critical strike. Not a sneak attack. I need a sneak attack. Is this my best arrow? No. This is. Let's see if we can't get around to the side of him. We can one-shot foxes. I highly doubt I can one-shot an elk or a deer yet. I did unlock more archery perks. I'm especially happy that I can, well, especially interested in the next overdraw perk in terms of being able to... What? Why didn't I get the sneak crit that time? It's bullshit. I was in the same spot. Well, maybe I'll need to chase him down and kill him with a greatsword. Where is he? There he is. There we go. I need to get to him before he washes too close to Valtheim Towers. Alright. Another large antlers. Perfect. I need... with those in hand, I need 15 more. Good, good, good. I saw at least one strange rendering error. Oh, come on, I want to catch that Dartwing. No, they aren't that useful, but... Oh damn, there are more deer and mud crabs back there. I gotta handle them all. There are fish here, too. Ah... You know that moment, that beautiful moment, when you're imbibing of the alcohol and you just feel it hit you? We've arrived at that glorious moment. Right, well, the deer is running away, which is fine. Let's just fight the mud crabs. Mindful of the fact that these big ones can still hurt me pretty badly. I'd at least like to drop it down to 1 before I let them wail on me. Of course, I've got all the mud crab chitin I need, which is great because I'd like to use it in actual potions. Just need to be a little bit careful. That was perfect. Let's heal up. Let's get our bow and arrow out again. Let's see if we can't track down that deer. I definitely do see another mud crab, so we'll at least have that. I see some dragonflies over here, which means there are probably fish to catch as well. There's one dragonfly, an orange dartwing, there's a blue, there's another dartwing. There are 3 more dartwings here. I think I got 2 just there. Let's get a 3rd. Let's check the water for fish. Seeing none. Let's fight these mud crabs. Let's start with the big guy. I think I saw 2 here. No, it's a slaughterfish. Even better. Even better. There's a slaughterfish scale. With that, I need 14 more. Good. There's another slaughterfish somewhere. There are also additional mud crabs. I'm going to heal first and then see if I can track them down. I hear their sounds and they make me nervous. Alright, here we go. What do we got? Ah, there he is. Ah, one-shotted, even on Legendary. And there's another slaughterfish. Beautiful. And with that set of scales, I only need 13 more. That's great news. Ah, and here, my friends, is Far Horizons. It's just a beautiful track. Now, where the hell did that deer go? I don't know. There's a blue dartwing. There's an orange one. I would, of course, like to make sure I get both. Thought I saw a mountain flower down here. Well, there's another dartwing. Let's get that. Maybe I hallucinated the mountain flower. There's yet another mud crab. Little guys go down in one hit. There are some slaughterfish eggs. I don't see the deer. I don't know where he got to. But I do see more dragonflies. Let's see if we can't get them. See if there are fish here. There are. That's the real prize. The fish, for whatever reason, tend to make very valuable potions. And as we head up here, I've kind of decided this is a good time to clear the river. At least up to the last point where we did. And we're actually getting close to that spot. Now, what is that? Is that a bear? Are you telling me a bear lost to fight the mud crabs? I think that's what you're telling me. That's awesome. Now let's search these two. And you probably recognize this little strip, because we cleared up to here before. It is, what do you know? And there's a bear pelt. Take that off my list. I need 12 more. Alright. Now I am really surprised I haven't spotted the Boethia cultist yet, and I'm actually starting to get worried that he might have spawned during the dragon attack or something, and he's lying somewhere dead, and I just haven't seen him. It doesn't matter too much if that did happen, because I will still be able to do the Boethia quest. It just won't start until I actually get to the Boethia shrine. But I will feel a little sad in terms of my completionism that I never got that random encounter. Because once you hit level 25, he usually shows up pretty reliably if you venture out into the wilderness, which we certainly have. Where's that damn deer? I don't see it. Well, if nothing else, it will eventually return to its starting position, and I'll be able to deal with it then. So let's look around a little more. I'm grumpy at the thought of just letting it disappear. Why? Well, I still need a bunch of large antlers. That's why. If you heard What Is Love just then, it's because it is my ringtone. Yes, I was inspired by that commercial that's frequently airing on Hulu right now that I like that song. I just feel like dancing every time I hear it. Well, there's no sign of that damn deer. No telling where he got to. Suffice to say, it's away. Let me have a look down at the river. From my high vantage. Alright. Yep. Giving up. Hey, we've been going a little over 15 minutes, I think. Let's head on up to Guldun Rock. Even if we did miss a deer, we'll get it eventually. Don't worry too much about that. Let's gather up all these plants, especially the blue mountain flowers. At least we got the one that was here. I actually have the feeling that that one might have an origin over closer to Whiterun and got chased down here during the dragon attack. Which means we'll find him quite a bit later when we take the road north from Battleborn Farm and start clearing out the plains on that side. Regardless, it's time. Let's head up here to Guldun Rock. You can already see the giant. This place is clearable. All we have to do is kill the giants. Easy, right? No, it's definitely not easy. We're probably gonna get killed many, many times while we try to do this. I just keep hoping that I'll find a spell tome for Soul Trap. Enchanting is the thing that really worries me. Alrighty, here we go. We have discovered Guldun Rock. So let me make note of that right quick. Whoa. There's a lot of stuff I never bothered to take off my location list. Give me a second while I catch up, if you would. Sorry for that. Alrighty. Caught up. All good. "25 minutes in, and I am about to pick a fight with giants. We'll see how it goes. I'm really curious to see if I can at least survive the weak attack, the non-power attack. That's a power attack. Obviously, that one-shots me. That's not a surprise either. Okay, good. We can survive the weak one. It's actually really good to know. Really important to know. I forgot they have two weak attacks. One is the sideways club swing, and the other is the grab with their hand. power attacks, which will most definitely result in one-hit kills, are pounding the ground with the club, like you saw him do, right there, and stomping with their legs. That's a surefire recipe for my death as well. Problem with giants is you got the exact opposite of situation of the trolls. I'm actually surprised how much damage I'm doing, though. That's good. Heavy armor to 47. Definitely good. I don't know how that hit me, but whatever. It's all good. Let's just keep healing what we can. Damn, I thought I turned around fast enough. Obviously not. There we go. I was mashing on the Z key a minute ago and it wasn't doing anything. I need to be at full health before I try to soak up a hit. Damn. See, you can't stagger them. Not with Foos, anyway. Just won't quite do the job. Oh. Damn, that's good. Red Mountain Flower and Elf's Ear. Wow. Damn. I dodged the attacks I should have just soaked up. At least one of. And then I got nailed by the power attack, which one-shotted me. Of course it did, why wouldn't it? Alright, let's get back up here. Restoration to 45. Booyah. I can't take any hits right now. But I'd like to score a few, if possible. I probably already said this, and I apologize if I did, but the big problem with giants is they are the reverse of the situation with trolls. They have a slightly longer reach than I do with my two-handed weapons. Damn. Yeah, he doesn't care at all if I hit him with Foos. Suggests there's really no point in even bothering. What do we got up here anyway? Mammoth cheese! Yeah. And from what I'm hearing, a bear. Somewhere. Ah. Overestimated my capacity there. Always underestimate their reach. Even getting in one hit is good. Alright, we can soak up a weak attack. Run away! Thought I already looted that one. Yeah, I did. Damn it! Saw that coming. Knew it was over. Approaching the 30-minute mark. Run away! That was an awesome little sequence. Up a hit, which would do a lot of good for our heavy armor skill, and we managed to score 3 or 4 hits on him. As you would expect, things will definitely become much easier once we drop one of them. It's always harder when you're outnumbered. Oh, don't run that far away. That's a pain in the ass. Awesome. I need to stay keyed in on the one with less clothes, so I can drop him. Up the stairs. Damn it. You got me. What the hell? I didn't even see an attack animation. I mean, he must have done one, but... I'll accept one hit. It's a hell of a lot better than none. We're now past the 30-minute mark. Whee! Perfect. That's exactly what I like to see. Ooh, let's get that Frost Miriam. Still hear that bear back there. We'll get to that. Damn it. Oh, not you! The other one! Run away! God damn, I love alcohol. It makes the tedium so much more tolerable. Oh, good God. It might be undermining my capabilities a little, though. I don't dispute that. Well, we got one hit. Always better than none. Heal what we can. And go after this douchebag again. Oh, damn it. His buddy found me. Now, of course, we're back at full health, so I would like to absorb a weak hit. One of those. Precisely. Heavy armor to 48. That can only be regarded as good news. Out of booze. How unfortunate. My vessel is drained. As is my bottle of replenishment. Damn it. Thought I was being careful enough. Seriously? I was right on the edge of the range that time. Run away! Come here, douchebag. Damn. I so thought I was going to hit him in the face with my sword. Oh well. I think everything that direction has actually been done, so let's harvest some more mammoth cheese. The wrong one is coming at me, so let's just hop back up here, heal up right quick, and then get after the naked one again. Oh damn, his buddy got me from behind with the power attack. Of course he wouldn't use the weak attack. I mean, why would he? There's the power attack, which can one-shot me. There we go. There's the weak move. And we got 3 hits. Look at that. We are coming up on the 40-minute mark. I'm pretty happy with the progress we've made. This is how Legendary goes until you max your crafting skills. Ultra tedium! One mistake and you die. In this moment, let's heal what we can. I think two-hand is at 92. We're approaching the retirement of our great swords, but we aren't there yet. Thought we were good. Admittedly, that time I knew I wasn't. I thought I could take a weak one there. Yeah, if he does the claw, I don't have time to get out of range. Come on, do the stomp again. That one worked. He's not listening. That time, doing something different did not turn out... Good God, come on. That time, doing something different did not turn out so well, did it? There we go. Fuck off, clown. You guys ever heard that joke? Fuck you, clown. It's one of my favorites. Particularly as a wannabe linguist. I like to think I'm smart and articulate. So the joke goes something like this. There's a little boy comes from a very poor family. His dream is to go and see the circus when it comes to town. So he scrimps and he saves his pittance of an allowance until he finally is able to afford a ticket to the circus. He's never been more excited. So, this boy buys himself a ticket to the circus. This is the zenith of his young life. He's never been more excited about anything. Where's the other one? Oh, he's hiding over there. The zenith of this young boy's life. Never been more excited about anything. So he arrives at the circus. He watches the acrobats, he watches the animal trainers. He's so happy. It's such a good show. And then out come the clowns. They do their funny things, they make their jokes, they pile out of the car, they juggle, they set each other on fire. All of the things clowns do, really. And then, the lead clown, I don't know what you call that. There might be a word for it. If there is, I don't know what the word is. But it's entirely possible that the word exists. Regardless, the head clown picks up a microphone and begins telling jokes. They're just uproariously funny, hysterical. The audience is in stitches. And our boy, too, is having the time of his life. That's when the leader of the clown asks for a volunteer from the audience. Well, our boy, as excited as he is, immediately shoots his hand into the sky. Of course he wants to volunteer. Along with many other people. Nonetheless, the head clown spots him, summons him to the center of the circus tent. The boy has never been more excited as he descends to the floor and stands before the clown with his microphone in front of all the people in the circus tent that day. The clown looks the boy over and he says, "Well, my boy, are you a horse's nose?" The boy, while not understanding where this is going, is pretty confident that he is not, in fact, a horse's nose. So he says, "No." The clown asks, "Well, my boy, are you a horse's ears?" The boy, still unclear on where this is going, nonetheless fairly certain he is not, in fact, a horse's ears. So he says, "No, I'm not a horse's ears." Now, we just leveled up when two-handed went to 93. Don't worry, I'll get back to my joke, because I'm sure you're all on pins and needles. 39 is a health level. Considering what's available that I actually want, I can't get Alchemist 5, which is the last one I want out of that tree. I don't think there's anything available in Enchanting. So I already have Enchanter 3, and I already have Frost Enchanter. Still nothing in Smithing. Nothing in Block. Nothing in One-Handed. I have a few archery perks available. I can take Overdraw 3, and I can take Steady Hand 1. Nothing in Light Armor. I'm not taking anything else in Sneak. Nothing in Lockpicking. I'm not taking anything else in Pickpocket. Nothing in Speech. Nothing here. At 40, I can take Respite in Restoration, which I do want. Or I can take Magic Resistance 2 in Alteration. It's tough for me to pick between those, between this and Archery. I'm going to take Magic Resistance 2. That was level 39. Because I would rather have a little more trouble killing animals with my bow than I would have trouble surviving mages. I will still have trouble surviving mages, but that extra 10% innate magic resistance is definitely going to help, make no mistake. So, our boy in the story has answered no when asked, "Are you a horse's ears?" He's also answered no to "Are you a horse's nose?" The clown pauses before saying, "Well then, you must be a horse's ass!" When he says that, the entire tent roars with laughter at the expense of our poor little boy, who was here at the circus to fulfill a dream. The boy has never been so humiliated. Not by his poverty, not by his classmates. Nothing in his life compares to the humiliation of this entire audience in the circus tent, laughing at his expense. Our boy hangs his head in shame. I thought maybe the extra health from the level up would allow me to survive a power attack. Not so. Laughing at our poor boy's expense. So, I think the other giant is found his way up here. They have him. So, our boy hangs his head in shame, flees from the circus tent, skipping the rest of the show. Let's grab that mammoth cheese. Could have sworn there was a skull out here. Yeah, it's a troll skull. Alright, I think we have everything from outside. But then, feeling the sting of the insult and the humiliation, our boy swears revenge on that clown. Dedicates the rest of his life to the pursuit of that vengeance. the simple, yet maddeningly elusive ability to humiliate the clown on the same level that our poor boy was humiliated. So our boy studies incredibly hard for the rest of his primary school, secondary school, and high school career. He gets a scholarship to the University of Oxford in England. Maybe it's Oxford University, I'm not certain. Regardless, he attends. He creates his own field of study within the ambit of the English and Literature department. Our boy authors a thesis on the art of the insult in English. How to utterly humiliate someone with words. He's not content there. Even after he earns his undergraduate degree in a brand new field, he continues to pioneer it. Pursues a PhD, offering a doctoral thesis in English on the same subject, the art of the insult. Timing, content, everything you need to use the words of the English language to utterly humiliate another human being. He studies insults through history. He is the world's first and foremost true expert, true master of insults. It's at this point in his life. He's now a middle-aged man. He has spent so much time studying in academia, preparing for this moment. And our little boy, our former little boy, excuse me, finally feels ready to exact his vengeance. Feels capable of humiliating that clown on the same level he was humiliated all those years ago. So our middle-aged man, now the world's foremost master of insults, returns to his hometown and buys a ticket to the circus. He attends, he watches the acrobats, he watches the animals. The acrobats are completely new, of course, because youth is at a real premium. Performing acrobatics. Oh, hello. So good of you to come up here, dude. Alright, dead giant. What do we have here? A Sabre Cat Snow Pelt, which is on my list. With this one in hand, I need 7 more. Giant's Toe is... I have the one that was on my list, so I can use that in alchemy, which is great news. And there's another bear pelt. That number has dropped to 87, what the fuck am I saying? That number has dropped to 11. Excuse me. We've been going 50 minutes, but we're now down to a single giant, so this will be much easier. Where the frig am I? Alright. I have a grip on where I am now. So, we've arrived at the world's foremost expert on insults, sitting in the audience at the same circus, back in his hometown, waiting for the clowns. The clowns arrive in their car. They pile out the way they always do. They do their juggling. They do their slapstick. Everyone laughs, and it is pretty funny. Even our middle-aged insult expert laughs. And then it comes time for the jokes. And amazingly, the same clown comes out onto the center of the floor. He's older now, visibly. The Clown is actually an elderly man now. Our boy doesn't care. Clown tells jokes, and people laugh. And then, the clown asks for a volunteer from the audience. Our boy knows this is his chance. Of course, he's not a boy anymore. Recall, after his humiliation at the hands of this very clown, he dedicated his entire life to mastering the art of the perfect insult. Amazingly, although he half expected the clown to call in a young child instead, much like he was all those years ago, the clown summons him to the center of the tent. It's clear the clown doesn't recognize him. Why would he? He's told the joke 100,000 times. Maybe not that many. But so many that the people who've been victimized by it are just an endless sea of faces, one blending into the other that the clown couldn't possibly remember. Our man, our world master of the art of the insult, descends to the stage. The clown begins telling that same joke that humiliated him so much all those years ago. But he's prepared. This time, he knows exactly how to counter it, to maximize the humiliation of the clown in retaliation for his own. The clown asks our protagonist, our expert on the art of the insult, well, my man, are you a horse's ears? Confident, smug, smirking. The man says no. Well, are you a horse's nose? Getting excited now. Almost unable to bear the anticipation. The man says no. The clown then says, well, you must be a horse's ass. The tent begins to erupt in laughter, but our man grabs the microphone away from the clown. The clown's mouth gapes open. The circus tent falls into a stunned silence as the man steps away, microphone in hand, points to his nemesis, and says at the top of his lungs, "Fuck you, clown!" There you go. My favorite jokes. Throughout my daily life, I routinely say, "Fuck you, clown." It's the perfect insult. It really is. Alright, well, it's one of those jokes, kind of like The Aristocrats, if you've seen that DVD, where the whole point is the build-up. I thoroughly enjoy it. Anyway, time to refocus on Skyrim. We're working on the second giant now, having successfully slain the first one. And we have been going for 55 minutes. It is substantially easier when there's only one to deal with. And we have fully looted the outside, but nonetheless, easier is a far cry from easy. Bottom line is, I have to get what hits I can, dodge attacks unless I'm able to soak them up. I realize I can't run backwards quite as fast as I'd like. This is where you really begin to feel the beneficial effects of putting all those points into stamina instead of health. A lot of people just dump everything into health, and I can see why you'd think that was a good thing. Man, oh man, the ability to sprint that extra bit becomes so valuable in situations like this. And that doesn't even get to the ability to use power attacks later in the game. Alright, let's heal what we can. We're at 53 minutes. No, I'm sorry, we're at 57 minutes. So don't worry, I am gonna finish this giant, but I'll probably end the video there and loot and offload in the next installment. Remember to let them hit you whenever you're able to absorb it, because it's critical to get those defensive skills up as well. You need that experience from the heavy armor and later the light armor and block trees. And the only way to get it is to take damage. So you absolutely don't want to dodge every attack, or you'll stagnate. You want to take your hits as you're able. Especially from giants. For my money, especially in playthroughs where I have allowed myself to grind, giants are by far the best and fastest way to raise your defensive skills. Obviously, in order to grind it, even on Adept, you have to be finished with your crafting loop and have good gear so you can actually absorb some damage, but... shoot. I thought I was right at the level where I could take a weak attack, but not quite, I suppose. It's alright, we got 2 hits that time. We're at the 59-minute mark. We have eliminated 1 giant, but it's going to take me above the 1 hour mark to finish this one off. And that's okay. We've done it before, it's not unprecedented. But I don't have anything I'm worried about which category it slots into, so I don't need to offload in order to keep things mentally organized. So once he's down, I can go ahead and end this video. And we can loot the cave, which is actually uninhabited. These 2 giants are it, thankfully. Do something, dude. Come on. Well, shoot, I kind of thought I was going to dodge the attack. That was kind of the whole point. Run! Apparently the next hit is going to be another point to heavy armor. That can only be regarded as a good thing. Actually, I probably will go ahead and offload and then come back here to loot the cave. It's just because I keep a running tally of everything I accomplished in a given session. That's when you see me typing something, which is obviously different than crossing something off a list. That's what I'm doing, so that you can see in the video descriptions I always type out everything I accomplished off my lists in a given video. That's what I'm doing, because it can be hard to keep track of. Hello. Heavy armor to 50. Now that's wonderful. We are... well, we're not halfway there. Halfway with the way the experience curve is actually closer to 75, but I think it's actually a little above 75, but still, every point means we absorb more damage on every hit. That extra absorption, in turn, means the skill increases faster. Oh, do not run into the rock. No. There you go. I'm actually quite happy with our progress. Restoration to 47, that's great too. With two-handed at 93, it's time for me to consider what to do first once it's maxed. It's the only one of the 3 damage-dealing skills. Of course, the other magic schools can also deal damage, but the direct damage skills, as I mentioned in the first video, in my mind at least, are Destruction, Two-Handed, One-Handed, and Archery. Of course, Illusion, when it works, you can use Frenzy or something like it, anything in that spell family to deal damage. Conjuration, you can use your summons to deal damage. So keeping in mind the magic schools, although with the exception of Destruction, I consider them a separate family of skills. Run away! One has to decide what to do next. Two-handed, Conjuration, and Illusion are all skills that I take no perks in for my level 81 build. Of course, in Legendary Land, you can eventually take every perk, which I intend to do, but it requires me to particularly master Illusion, because the easiest way, the easiest legendary tree by far, is to use Illusion, stand in the center of a town, and spam Harmony once you have your casting cost down to 0. So, once two-handed is maxed, which is fairly imminent, what do I do next? Archery is making its way up on its own from fighting dragons, mages, vampires, and other enemies that there's simply no other option except ranged. I don't have any Conjuration or Illusion spells yet, so that actually makes it really easy to disregard those trees. My options for the next thing to max are One-Handed, Destruction, and Archery. Obviously, Destruction, I only know the default spell Flames, which is actually one of the most effective. In terms of enterprising individuals other than myself have calculated the most magicka-efficient ways to raise your destruction spells, assuming, of course, that you haven't already achieved 0 casting cost. And the good old novice spell Flames is second place, second only to the apprentice one, Fireball. But that assumes that you take the perk Apprentice Destruction, which I typically don't. That means Flames, the one that we started with, is actually one of the best ways to raise Destruction. Destruction is also one of the most difficult ones to get up to 100. It requires more experience, for whatever reason, than any other skill in the game. I take the fewest perks from it, to be honest. The only reason I take off Augmented Flames 1 and 2 has nothing to do with the Destruction tree itself or any desire to use Destruction spells. I take Augmented Flames 1 and 2, and therefore their prerequisite Novice Destruction, only because I like to enchant my weapons with fire damage, and the Augmented Flames perks carry over to your enchanted weapons and the fire damage that they do. So given that once I do max two-handed, unless I find a good Conjuration or Illusion spell tome before I raise two-handed 7 more times, my options for dealing damage and gaining experience would be Archery, one-handed, and Destruction. Archery is kind of going up on its own in those times where there's truly no way to handle something other than Archery, which happens more frequently than you'd think, particularly on Legendary. So I don't really need to worry about it, is what I'm really driving at. Once two-handed is maxed, then don't need to worry about Archery. It'll kind of take care of itself. If it hasn't by the time I max all the others, then I'll finish it off. Even though it's the most useful tree, that leaves one-handed and Destruction. Now amongst those, what's the most difficult to do? Well, that's easy. Destruction is way harder to raise than one-handed. So I will probably key in on Destruction once two-handed is maxed. Especially because, despite the fact that I haven't found a single tome for a Destruction spell, I already have the second most efficient in terms of Magicka cost versus damage dealt and experience gained. Destruction is unique. I think I've mentioned that for the weapon skills, and this includes two-handed, one-handed, and archery, your experience is calculated by the base damage of whatever weapon you use. So you have to ignore the perks, you have to ignore any smithing you do. No, I'm sorry, you have to ignore any enchantments. Smithing counts, because it ups the base damage. The base damage of whatever weapon you use determines your experience gain for weapon skills. It's not like Morrowind or Oblivion, where it's purely raw number of hits, so you're better off using weaker weapons. Let me rephrase that, I might have said that in a confusing way. In Morrowind and Oblivion, skill gain in the weapon skills was based purely on number of hits, regardless of how much damage you did. Skyrim has fixed that by keying your experience gain, to an extent, at least, to the damage that you do. It only uses the base damage of the weapon you're wielding, unfortunately, but that's still a lot better than the system in the prior two games. So, a higher base damage weapon will grant you experience faster, which means you want to upgrade your weapons at the earliest opportunities, as opposed to Morrowind and Oblivion, where if you were power leveling, if you were grinding, which, I'll be honest with you, I'm a absolute grinder min-maxer. I absolutely do it when I'm not recording. I do have the good sense to realize grinding and, well, I'm still min-maxing, but I do realize that grinding would be pretty boring to watch, which is why I've forbidden myself from doing it in this particular playthrough, but we've almost got him down, and we're only 10 minutes over. That's not bad. Another hit or two, and he'll be good to go. And he'll be on his knees. There he goes. So we can absorb one more hit. Pound him down. Good night, douche canoe. Let's see what he's carrying. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. A goat hide. I think I only needed one more of those. I did. Good, so goat hide is now off the list. And we got another bear pelt. Granted, it's a snow bear pelt, so it would have to go to Temba. It would be useless in Hearthfire, but still good. I need 10 more. Let's heal up. And I've changed my mind. We're 11 minutes over as is, but I am going to go ahead and go into the cave and loot it. Don't like it? Deal with it. Guldun Rock Cave. Why yes, let's go. Why wouldn't we? There's nothing in here. Once you kill the two giants outside, it's empty. More mammoth cheese, dead skeever with a tail. Underneath him are a whopping 3 charred skeever hides. Dead cow, cowhide and raw beef. Now I think this place should already be cleared, and it is. Ah, there's the chime. Good. So now I can take it off the clearable locations list. There's Guldun Rock off that list. Let me put it on my list of things I accomplished in this video. There's What Is Love! I hope you're hearing it and loving it as much as I am. Troll Skull, Coin Purse. We'll get that good stuff in a second. I don't actually think there's anything else though, so I suppose we'll go ahead and get up here and grab the good stuff. Got a few... oh shoot. We got a few gold coins. Let's go grab the purse I kicked. What's my gold? 70,000. There is the Knights of the Nine, a heavy armor skill book, which increases us to 51. Pretty outstanding. Let me add that to my video list. The Knights of the Nine. And that's also one of the free skill boosts. Heavy armor skill book. The Knights of the Nine. Alright, let me take it off the book list. There it is. I will also remove it from the free skill boost list, since it is done. I have 3 heavy armor skill books left to find. 5 free boosts in heavy armor. Probably won't end up taking advantage of them all. Anyway, the Knights of the Nine originated in Oblivion and describes that organization, the Knights of the Nine. You'll note we have here a full Grand Soul Gem. It's the second one we've found, but that's pretty awesome because we have several of those on the gear checklist. I still need 24 more, plus another 4, for a total of 28. But, we do these things one at a time, and 1 Grand Soul Gem, at least, is off my crafting loop list. And that, my friends, is pretty grand. Here's the boss chest. We got lockpicks, sapphire, gold, iron boots, and a necklace of major sure grip. Now, I'm going to put that on. Why, you ask? Because I believe it will help me finish off the two-handed skill ladder, so to speak. We're at 93, almost 94. Major sure grip. I'm going to do 25% extra damage. Don't miss the bleeding crown. And actually, I'm going to sweep through here one more time just to make certain I haven't missed any other mushrooms, because I was not watching for them. We are at 1 hour and 16 minutes, approximately. I always round to the nearest 5 on my start time and then just watch the clock. I am going to go offload right quick. But I have a couple things to do first. You know that bear we've been hearing? He's down here with a couple of Orichalcum veins. I'm going to go ahead and handle him. saying. I know I saw him run off this direction. As far as wildlife goes, he's pretty damn tough. But he's going to give us bear claws, which are a very useful alchemical ingredient. And he's also going to give us another bear pelt, which I still need several of. Run away! The armor to 52. That's good. Probably shouldn't have done Mage Light if I was planning on doing this. Damn it. It's just too fast. I don't like that double bite he's able to do. Retracted bone break feature. Well, now we haven't. I think that just drains our total stamina. I'm not too worried about that. Let's just get somewhere where he can't reach us. Come on, let me heal. Oh good, he's just standing there. Come on, load it up. It's not that hard, come on. Yeah, we're good right now. And we're doing extra two-handed damage thanks to that necklace we found, which I'm actually pretty excited about. Two-handed to 94, good. Six more to go before we switch to destruction. Because like I said, uh-oh, is he running away? Good night, bitch. Let's take his claws and his pelt. That's the fourth pelt for this particular video. I only need 9 more now. The truly exciting thing. There are a few flowers back here. I think I can get 2 or 3 lavender. But the real prize, what that bear was actually guarding, so to speak, I don't think he's cognizant of that, even if the designers are. But the reason they put him here is this Orichalcum vein, which we haven't seen before. It's used to make orcish armor, but for Hearthfire, I need 6 Orichalcum ingots. Which means I need 12 Orichalcum ore. These 2 veins are going to get me halfway there. That's pretty exciting. We're now a little over 20 minutes above the hour. That's alright with me. I still prefer to end at a good logical point. I wasn't watching, so I need to make sure that no good gems came out of that. It appears they didn't. It's 7:12 a.m., which means I should be just fine fast traveling the Whiterun. Guldun Rock is done. We are gonna head to Valtheim Towers in the next video. In the meantime, let's accomplish this little offload. Ooh. This is kind of killing me. Come on, load time. Well, I already know I'm going to have 3 Orichalcum ingots. Which means I need 3 more.
What's the magic?
In point of fact,
You're someone who can get things
let's go ahead
done.
and use the
I like
smelter and get those and take them off the gear checklist. Oh, come on! There we go. Jeebus. Yep, 6 ore means 3 ingots. I need 3 more, and I'll be good to go.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking.
Alteration
I
to
don't claim to be the-
51.
Take a
How
look.
grand. Glass mace. All this shit that I'm not gonna use goes to her.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
All that liquor I drank is really catching up to me right now, but we are very near the end of the video. I need to push
I am
through
your sword
without any
and your shield.
breaks. So in here, we stick the empty Grand Soul Gem and the empty Petty Soul Gem. We didn't find any new enchanting effects. Now in here, we stick everything, almost, I think. Maybe everything, period. No, not the large antlers. And not the Slaughterfish scales either. Everything else is good. Into the cupboard. Smithing supplies. We stick. Surprisingly few things.
Honor
We
to
didn't find any unique stuff. Uh-oh.
You're back!
Sure.
Wanna play a game?
Let's play hide and
What
seek.
do you want to play? Okay.
And I
stay
forgot
right
to
there
check
and
her
concentrate.
chest.
No peeking.
honor to you.
Ready?
Which I should definitely do, but it's empty. No unique items, only some questables.
What do you need?
Which is good. Didn't steal anything. No, I did steal some stuff. From Hjornscar. Particularly hunting bow, blah blah. Not to mention the stuff from the base level Stormcloak camp. Now, I gotta pause, I'm sorry. And I apologize for that. Just the clock ran out, so to speak. Quest items. Amulet of Dibella. Bear pelts. I like to swap deer hides for elk hides, because I just don't know how they interact. Goat hide goes in there. The filled Grand Soul Gem, of course, goes into the crafting loop. My first 3 Orichalcum ingots go in here. Sabercat Snow Pelt, Slaughterfish Scales, Snow Bear Pelt all go in here. Crafting loop. The Grand Soul Gem, I think, is the only thing. It certainly goes in. And down here, I actually missed something. Something fairly important.
Braith has a big meaning. She keeps telling Lars about
The Sapphire goes in here, as does the elk hide.
what
We're
to
good
do.
otherwise.
I don't want to play with her anymore.
Now, we can head up to Bellathor to finish the offload.
tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Then we should be good to go.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Everything's trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Do come back.
With that all accomplished, I'm gonna head back to Guldun Rock via fast travel. Throw out a few mage lights, but really my goal here is just to head back down to the main road. Number one. I'm not sneaking because there's nobody out here. Point myself toward Valtheim Towers. Number two. We'll go ahead and head down to the next sign and stop here, even after harvesting a couple tundra cottons. Just wait for it to register that I switched the sword. So back that way are Solitude and Whiterun. If we head this way, we can get to Riften, Windhelm, Iverstead, and Winterhold. You can see the Valtheim Towers there. There's no sign of that deer from earlier. So I actually do think that he is based close to Whiterun and got chased over here by the dragon. I'm just waiting for the game to manage to switch to my greatsword. This is ridiculous. There we go. And I want to end the video here. We got a group of bandits to deal with in the Valtheim Towers next time on Let's Play Skyrim. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.